The past couple of months, my wife has been complaining about our cats. She's been claiming that the cats wake her up constantly and that she's frustrated every night that she has to get up and open the door for the cats, or the cats keep making noises, or the cats keep jumping on her. It got to the point where she started saying she wants me to get rid of them. I told her I've never seen or heard any of this, but she claims I sleep through it all. She kept telling me she was getting less and less sleep and kept acting aggressive, blaming lack of sleep from the cats, and that if I didn't get rid of them, she'd leave me. I legitimately started considering giving the cats to my sister, until I noticed something. One morning she claimed she had gotten up multiple times throughout the night to help the cats. She listed a bunch of times. I thought it was weird, because I had been up until 4 a.m., and she claimed that she got up at 1 a.m. to open the door for them, and a few times around 3 a.m. because they were meowing and jumping on her. I was in the bedroom the entire time while she slept, and I know none of that happened. Things weren't adding up, so I decided to run a test. I waited until she said she was going to bed, then I let the cats out of our bedroom, lowered my phone brightness, and faked going to sleep. I just laid there in bed for the entire night, bored, but I definitely did not fall asleep. I made sure to make timestamps every 30 minutes on my phone through Discord just to be sure. I marked down every noise my cats made. One cat had jumped down from something and made a little sound at 3:18 a.m., and one ate food relatively quietly by the bedroom door at 4:57 a.m. Other than that, nothing happened. Sure enough, my wife slept from 11 p.m. until 9 a.m., and that morning she claimed she had woken up at least 7 times to open doors and from cat noises and cats jumping on her. At this point I was pissed because she was clearly lying to me. I was exhausted and fed up with the lies, so I just bluntly called her out on it. I told her, "That's funny. I stayed up all night to monitor the cats, and they weren't even in the room at all last night. I have timestamps and everything. So you've been lying to me and trying to convince me to get rid of my cats? Why?" She just sat there quietly shaking and looking pissed, then got up and left without answering. She came back hours later and ignored me whenever I talked, and when I asked her how I'm the bad guy in this situation, she finally said that I was treating her like a child by lying about sleeping and staying up all night just to see if she was lying or not, and that making timestamps and everything as if I was an investigator was going too far and makes me an obsessive idiot. I did it because she was threatening to make me get rid of my cats or she'd leave me, and her claims didn't add up. So, am I an obsessive idiot? Not the idiot, but I can't help but wonder if your wife has some type of sleep disorder? I suffer from insomnia and fall asleep for just a few minutes at a time some nights and have very vivid, realistic dreams. When I get up in the morning, I struggle sometimes to figure out what was real and what was just a dream. Not the idiot, your wife was making claims that did not match the known facts, and you did you needed to do to get to the truth. I find it interesting that she didn't try to argue that you made a mistake, or that you really hadn't been up all night. That tells me that she knows she is full of it. Get a lawyer, because you are about to need one. Not the idiot. She's not mad at what you did. She's mad that she got caught. That said, the fact that you had to do this shows a real breakdown in the relationship. If you want to salvage it, maybe gently sit her down and ask why she felt the need to lie and why she really wants to get rid of the cats. You need trust and open communication to get through something like this. Update: my wife has been Baker acted. She did not hurt herself, just said something concerning in public. I got a call from the hospital this morning, asking me to head over for some family therapy. Apparently she finally wanted to talk. I'll be honest, I'm pretty pissed at the reason why she's been so hateful towards my cats. It's absolutely asinine. It's nothing that anyone had suggested. She's not cheating. She's not sick physically or mentally. She's not bored of the relationship and looking for an out. According to her, one of the cats stepped on her laptop and ruined a story she was writing. She's hated both cats ever since. I mean, that's bad, but it's not worth trying to emotionally blackmail me into getting rid of them. I asked her why she didn't just tell me the truth and why she'd been lying and refused to talk about it when I'd asked. Her answer was because you wouldn't have gotten rid of them otherwise. And explained that when she saw I wasn't willing to abandon them for her, she took offense and made it a goal to have me pick her over them. Sickening. Don't know why she actually admitted to it all. The woman with us asked me how I felt about all of it, and I just told the truth. I told her it was a nice run, but I'm probably going to want a divorce. I was asked why, and I told them. I've seen a new hateful, malicious side of her that I want nothing to do with. She was so set on getting rid of the cats over a fanfiction being ruined that she manipulated her husband. My wife started shouting at me that I've betrayed her and that I'm an idiot for choosing animals over her. At least cats don't give ultimatums like she gave. It's bad that she's been Baker acted and all, I guess, but it's for the best right now. She'll have time to process it all in a safe environment and hopefully come to terms with it. Bad husband, I know. I'm almost sure I'm going for divorce. I'm very worried about having her in the same house as my cats. I want my cats safe. I don't want to worry about them being harmed or disappearing. Screw that. I guess I'll do what almost all of you suggested. Keep the cats, rehome the wife. Not how I wanted it to end, but life isn't always nice. Ever since I started working from home, my husband has started treating it as if I'm not really working. He believes WFH isn't as much of a real job as leaving the house and driving to your workplace. He'd interrupt me at all times, send the kids in so I could help them get things done. He even goes in randomly and asks me to do things under the guise of just a minute. You won't get fired over a minute break. I have grown tired of the constant barging, so what I did was purchase a lock and lock the office to no longer give him access to interrupt me. He found out and uninstalled it while I was. He said that it's his house and that I cannot lock him out of any room in it. I was floored once I saw that he threw the lock away. I went off at him, just screaming my head off, telling him that he was jeopardizing my livelihood. And his body language and tone changed. He started ranting about how I'm being cruel for accusing him of such things and selfish for even entertaining the idea of keeping him and the kids out and ignoring them like that. He stormed off and left and had his mother lecture me about how I'm being unfair prioritizing work over family and stuff like that. Lastly, she talked about yelling at my husband and trying to intimidate and control him. He's been quiet since then. Am I the idiot for my reaction? Not the idiot. Your employment is at risk, so is your marriage. His actions disrespect you on many levels. Is this common behavior for him? Disregard your requests, throw away a tool you installed, rant, claim he can do anything in the house, enlist his mother to rant as well? He stated, "You won't get fired over a minute break." How does he know this? This erodes your expertise and opinion on the matter. I am sorry you are going through this, but it may be the wake-up call you need. If you both cannot put forth basic courtesy and effective communication, then you and the children will lose big time. Not the idiot. And get yourself a doorstopper, the kind you would use in a hotel room. When you're working, post sign on the door and block the asshole. And tell MIL to stay out of your marriage, Tive. On that sign post your hours and remind your dear spouse that this helps pay the bills regardless of what he thinks of it. And it's our house when you're married with children. Don't give darn whose name on mortgage/lease. If he isn't able to respect your boundaries, it may be time to revisit the terms of your relationship. Given that he only works 3 days a week, he should be pulling his weight more with childcare and other things. If he doesn't agree to that, then it may be time to consider a separation, as it seems his mummy has got into his ear about your relationship, and will keep interfering. If you are going to keep getting interrupted while working, might as well do it somewhere else without the husband. I, 27, am 5 months pregnant. I have pre-existing health issues that I manage by having a diet with no meat of any sort. This has caused me and MIL to have conflicts, especially when I refuse to eat the food she makes. I used to either come and not eat anything or just stay at home. Since I am pregnant, I could not attend Thanksgiving and not bring food with me out of respect for MIL. I cooked a small meal and brought it with me. MIL made a fuss about it but justified it as I was making a mistake robbing her grandbaby of getting all meat benefits. I explained that I take supplements as replacement, but she shrugged and was upset. We waited till dinner table was set. MIL didn't let me help or go into the kitchen at all. She took my dish and said she'd reheat it for me and put it on the table. Yet when I sat down, I was stunned to have discovered that she had not put my dish there. When asked publicly, she denied receiving any dish from me and started asking if I accidentally left it at home or the car. There was a huge blow up. MIL tried to convince me to sit back down and just eat what she put on the table. I refused, but my husband insisted and told me to let it go this time. I decided to leave. I grabbed my stuff and walked out. I found out that she threw out the dish I brought and tried to get me to just eat what she put on her table. She said that she was looking out for grandbaby's health, and my husband said it wasn't worth leaving the celebration and causing a scene. We had a big argument, and his mom thinks I'm being dramatic and hard to deal with. Was I the a-hole for walking out? Info. The dish I brought was supposed to keep me full and provide me with all the benefits. So it wasn't like any of her appetizers or side dishes. I also put work into making it, and it cost me money. She keeps insisting it's about her grandbaby and her concern for their health. Not the idiot. I've been in your shoes. Tell your husband to defend you or you're out. Things will only get worse. She's gonna force you to raise that baby her way, and your husband is gonna let her. The gaslighting from her is especially scary. Literally tell your husband straight out that he either be 100% on your side from now on for everything, or you're leaving him. Do not put up with that. It will ruin your life, your marriage, and your kid. Not the idiot. That's some straight up Looney Tunes behavior. Obviously she doesn't understand your health issues, but that doesn't matter. You can totally have a healthy pregnancy without meat. It's not like you're starving yourself or not getting protein and vitamins. Apparently she's happier with her grandbaby not getting nutrition at all. Your husband also is an idiot for not standing up for you. How is he going to be moving forward when he actually has a baby? His mom sounds like a nightmare. Your MIL and H clearly have no respect for you or your diet. Your MIL tried to gaslight you by denying in front of everyone that you took a meal. She claimed you made it up and had the nerve to ask you if you left it at home or forgot about it. Your husband sat back and took her side instead of defending you. If they've done that now, what will they be like in the future and once a baby is born? Walk away now.